Hi, I'm Nick, one of the staff team here. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what the exec team does. So what is the broad brush of what the UCM exec team does? Well, their main focus is to foster the large group community of UCM for a year. This means they set the direction, the focus and vision for that year. They organise Thursday nights. They get to create opportunities to gather, involve and engage community, both on Thursday nights and throughout the week. Each of the roles has a unique focus, which you'll hear more about from this year's exec team. To achieve this, the exec meet together to plan, collaborate and delegate tasks out each week. While each year is a little bit different, these meetings normally involve a check-in time, a devotional time and time to map out any upcoming events that week, such as TNT or Fries Day. If you've been to an event with UCM, the exec team has probably helped make it happen.
Hi everyone, my name is Tanya and I'm this year's student president. So the president at UCM is a big picture role. You are dreaming and visioning with God and discerning what the vision for the upcoming school year is. And you get to work alongside the exec team, the staff team, really closely and to continue to pursue the vision that you think God has been calling us to. Practically speaking, you're also responsible for leading exec meetings, which happen weekly, making sure that UCM Online and TNT are smoothly run. You're also a liaison with the AMS to make sure everything is smooth as an AMS running club. So if these things are calling your name, I just ask that you take the time to pray and discern, and this role might be for you.
Hey, my name is Tim, and I've been serving as the Vice President this past year. So the role of the Vice President is to work closely with the rest of the exec to make their visions and the vision of the exec become a reality. This doesn't have a bunch of defined tasks that you do every week. A lot of it is looking into details that might have been missed, picking up any tasks that still need to get done, and honestly just serving the community. For myself, every week this looks like taking notes at our exec meetings, creating slides for UCM Online, managing campus space, and honestly doing whatever needs to get done. I'd highly recommend the role to someone who is detail-oriented and loves to serve. That's the biggest part and is what really drew me to this role because, before I had a heart for serving the community in small ways, and this was just a way for me to continue doing that.
Hey UCM, I'm Louise and I am this club's treasurer. And the treasurer typically handles membership, financial transactions, setting the budget, communicating with the AMS, working with the president and VP to coordinate elections, and working with the social coordinator to plan events. So it's quite an administrative role. I took on this role because I wanted to contribute to the UCM community and help build it up according to the giftings that I feel like I have. And being on the exec team this year has just been a really great blessing. It's encouraged me to grow in a lot of different ways, in spiritual ways, in personal ways, in practical ways as well. So if you are organized and detail-oriented, or if you have a peculiar love for spreadsheets, then I'd encourage you to think about this role and feel free to contact me with any questions you might have. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Charlotte. I like to party. I'm also the social coordinator on exec this year. Not gonna lie guys, the position looks a little different this year than it has in past years, but the heart of it is still the same. It's about bringing people together and creating community over social events. So what the position mainly entails is creating these events and overseeing them. So if you're someone who's very creative and very organized, or maybe only a little bit creative and a little bit organized, that's fine. This position could be something that you might enjoy doing. So what it entails is planning the events and then coordinating them. So following through with things like setup and takedown, organizing volunteers, activities, food if it's in person, technical logistics, all that kind of stuff. And a lot of that can also be delegated. But yeah, the position really just oversees those types of things and makes them happen in our community. So yeah, if you want to learn more about what being a social coordinator is like, yeah, reach out to me.
Hello everybody, my name is Elise and I'm this year's worship coordinator, and I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the role, what all it is. So as worship coordinator, you're working side by side with Jameson, our very own Jameson, woo! And the bulk of what you're doing from like practical side of things is at the start of the year, forming worship teams, and then scheduling, and then also helping come up with a selection of songs that you want to keep throughout the year that we'll be singing from. And along with the practical side, it's kind of having a big picture idea or just vision for what you think UCM needs in worship for the year. And so yeah, that's all I'll share for now, but if you have any more questions, feel free to reach out to me. I would love to chat with you. And yeah, that's about it. Bye.
Hey UCM, my name's Noah, and if you didn't know, I've been the prayer coordinator for the last year here at UCM on their exec team. And yeah, I'm here to tell you a little bit about the role. I love being prayer coordinator. And when I was thinking about if I could boil it down into one word of what the role is, it'd be listening. First, listening to what God wants. Getting in sync with maybe some themes that God has for whether it's one specific night or for a few months, themes for this UCM community. And it also involves, the second part of that is listening to people, listening to what their prayer needs are, listening to their desires, that stuff, and just praying into that. You get to do a lot of cool planning, whether it's TNT extended worship and prayer nights, doing some, prayer team work. It's a very cool role. I have loved doing it, would recommend.
Hi UCM. Welcome to my TED Talk. I am Allie, this year's Outreach Coordinator, and today I'm going to tell you more about the role of Outreach Coordinator. So in a regular year, an Outreach Coordinator would booth a lot, goes to student dorms and a lot of different places to just tell people about how amazing UCM is as a community, and just to get more people plugged into our community. And so through this role, you'd get to meet a lot of people, you get to talk to a lot of people, and it is super, super fun. Although this year things has changed quite a bit because of COVID, I was still able to booth online and meet some new people. And then I also reached out to different Christian clubs, and an exciting initiative is coming up across clubs. So stay tuned for that, and if you love to talk to people, if you want to get more plugged into UCM, you should definitely apply to be an outreach coordinator.
Hey UCM, I'm Ian, and I've been your communications coordinator this past year. As a comms coordinator, really the most important thing is to help people get connected, whether that's through Instagram and Facebook, through the newsletter online, or through fun videos like this. Essentially, if you've seen anything online for UCM, you can probably assume that you'd have a hand in it in some way or another. Really though, since the comms coordinator is such a new role to UCM, you can really sort of do whatever you want with it. You want to focus more on the Instagram, maybe focus more on your feed, you can have fun with it and do whatever you want, just let your creative liberties flow a bit. So if you're someone who's creative or someone who likes technology in any sense, maybe you like taking pictures or videos that you could put to work for UCM, consider it. Just see if it's something that you might enjoy. Thanks.
So, elections. How do they happen? There's 3 stages. 3. Stage number 1, nominations. In this stage, you get to say who you think would be great on the exec team. This is an awesome opportunity for you to encourage and call out strengths of your friends, or of your not yet friends. Is there someone in your core who you think would be awesome at outreach? Nominate them for outreach coordinator. Someone who has a real big heart for worship? Why not nominate them for worship coordinator? Nominations are kept anonymous, and you can nominate as many people as you want for a role, and you can nominate one person for multiple roles. If you want, and you think you'd be awesome in a role, you can nominate yourself. No judgment here. For someone to move to stage number 2, they must receive at least 2 nominations for a role. This stage is happening right now until midnight on February 11th. Stage number 2. At this stage, those who received at least 2 nominations for a role will be contacted, letting them know that what they have been nominated for. The nominees will have some time to consider the positions they've been nominated themselves, and halfway through that process, we let all the nominees know who has been nominated and for what roles, so they can get together, pray, discuss, and discern whether or not they want to stand for a position. At the end of the discernment process, nominees have to decide whether they are standing and must choose one position to stand for. Stage 3. On February 24th, we will publicly release who has chosen to stand and for what positions. The following week, from March 1st to 4th, UCM members will be able to vote online, at Cause, or at UCM Online. The results will be announced at UCM Online on March 4th. If there are multiple people standing for a role, then you are voting for which one you want to be in that role. If there is one person standing, there will be a vote of confidence to say, yeah, I think that person would be great. And that's elections.